Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now December 9th of 2021, and ever since the very end of The Mandalorian Season 2 and The Bad Batch, a lot of Star Wars fans have truly been looking forward to the future of the Star Wars franchise by Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, George Lucas, and others out there. That's really going to take advantage of really bringing back Star Wars Legends, creating a major comeback of what we all saw in the 1990s to the early 2000s. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, I am on Twitter at Mike01 if you guys want to go ahead and give me a follow on there. I do post a couple of entertaining things on there from time to time and interact with you guys further. So here's a real deal that's really exciting for a lot of Star Wars fans, is the fact that we have Star Wars Celebration of 2022 coming up by this May. That's going to unveil all the new Star Wars TV shows, the movies, the books, the novels, and the comics, all that fun stuff, right? And with that being said, the fact that George, John, and Dave are really tying everything together, and also the fact that we have John and Dave, those who recently got major, promotions over at Lucasfilm, how they have a lot more power over exactly what's to be done over the Star Wars lore in any scenario, be it a video game, a TV show, a movie, whatever it may be. John and Dave have a lot of say in the matter, and I think that's very important to know. Now, the thing about the upcoming TV shows, like The Mandalorian Season 3, the Ahsoka series, Kenobi, Star Wars Andor, Bad Batch Season 2, 2022 and especially 2023 are by far going to be the most important years for Star Wars to really kick things off, to really create this foundation or create some leverage for, of course, Lucasfilm to provide to the fans. So, with that being said, of course, what's really intriguing about all of this is that with both Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni now developing their new Star Wars projects like Star Wars Ahsoka and the third season of Mando, creator George Lucas is in fact working very closely with them in order to achieve great success for the new Star Wars universe. Now further, it's described that currently major adjustments are happening behind the scenes over at Lucasfilm. It's described that one major change happening right now has to do with John and Dave reshooting major aspects of The Mandalorian Season 3. Now, it's described that currently many of the scenes that involve Ahsoka Tano and her return in The Mandalorian Season 3 are currently being reshot earlier on in the process for a number of reasons. The main reason has to do with some major script changes for the first few episodes of the show that is drastically going to change Ahsoka Tano's story. These changes have more to do with, of course, the addition of including Grogu in the first few episodes of the show that is truly going to take fans by surprise. Some of the changes are set to actually involve Ahsoka Tano communicating with Grogu remotely while he trains with Luke Skywalker from afar. This will be reshot sometime in January of next year to make the scene not only more lengthy, but to also hold more details and greater depth that will add more to the story and feature new revelations about Ahsoka Tano. Now further, both John and Dave are already separating the already shot scene and putting it aside to reshoot it entirely, and that they are planning a number of scenes that are planned to be reshot in order to add more to the canon lore that has been recently greenlit by Disney CEO Bob Chapek, and now Favreau is taking advantage of all of this to make things more vivid to the fans. Now, another scene planned to be reshot for The Mandalorian Season 3 involves a full-blown sequence that is going to dive into a scene in which Din Djarin explores an abandoned, hidden Jedi temple that is described to be ancient during his quest. This too was already shot and is now being planned to be reshot for, of course, the better in order to add more value to the scene. Now, this moment, of course, is set to take place on a very special world for the Jedi that will finally be added to the Disney canon, which would, however, remain a mystery so far. Din Djarin is planned to use a flamethrower of some kind against a wild animal of sorts that tries to attack Din during his quest in the Jedi Temple. Another scene that is being reshot this February is going to be one of the major scenes that have already been shot, but will be reshot now, of course. This is said to be a scene that finally reveals Grand Admiral Thrawn in order to tease the Ahsoka Tano series. Essentially, Lucasfilm already had worked on a post-credit scene for The Mandalorian Season 3 ahead of time that teases Thrawn from behind and not revealing his face. However, with the recent cast of the character, John and Dave are reshooting this post-credit scene entirely for the last episode of Mando Season 3, revealing Thrawn's face and revealing a full line of dialogue to tease the Ahsoka series for the new Star Wars universe as a whole. This is planned to be reshot, of course, sometime in February of next year. Here's the thing that really excites me about this. Now, the thing about them having Ahsoka Tano remotely communicating with Grogu from afar is a big deal, because that kind of falls directly in line with the lore that we saw in Revenge of the Sith, where you have Yoda communicating essentially with Qui-Gon Jinn through the Netherworld. We have also seen Luke contacting Leia in The Last Jedi from afar. We have a lot of moments like this in the Star Wars universe, where a character communicates another from a very far ways. So now what they're doing is that they're doing that with Ahsoka and Grogu, and that's going to tie directly into Grogu's training under Luke Skywalker's supervision. The fact that they're reshooting 3 key scenes for not just the beginning of The Mandalorian Season 3, but also that post-credit scene featuring Grand Admiral Thrawn, I think it's really going to thrill the fans to actually see Thrawn's face instead of the original scene that was shot, where it's just the backside of Thrawn, where you don't really see his face, you just see him most likely looking out a window, or perhaps, on top of a balcony, whatever it may have been. It was all behind the character. You didn't see his face. So, with the recent cast, which I'm sure that you guys heard about, of Grand Admiral Thrawn, now they want to reveal his face with a full line of dialogue to tease the Ahsoka series. Now, you can see that Star Wars is kind of picking up things by Marvel, right? If you watch the Marvel movies on and off, you'll notice that some of the films, pretty much all of them, right, reveal of what's to come next, or what's to happen in between other films, or whatever it may be. They're doing that now with the new TV shows. Boba Fett as a show was teased at the very end of Mando Season 2. With the Book of Boba Fett, they're going to tease another TV show, most likely The Mandalorian Season 3. And with The Mandalorian Season 3, they're going to tease the Ahsoka Tano series. I gotta say, I like that. It kind of gives fans a little bit more, fun to look forward to the last episode, I guess you could say. A little bit more, eager to check out that last episode as soon as possible to really get that tease of the next Star Wars TV show and what's actually coming next. That to me is very exciting. So the fact that they're utilizing it in a sense like that in order to promote their new Star Wars TV shows, that is creativity in my opinion. I think it's a good move marketing wise by John and Dave. That is their call, by the way. John is the one who allowed the Boba Fett series to have a major tease at the end of Mando Season 2. So, overall, I think that they are on the right path here by reshooting these scenes, because it's adding more value, it's making them more lengthy, it's making them a bit more exciting to watch. I kind of like what they're doing with Ahsoka, Grogu, Din, and Thrawn for Mando Season 3. This is going to be a big deal, I gotta say. I mean, this is the right path to move forward with. So overall, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Night to moon, we hear them moans again.